Hi, everybody. I'm back. I'm sorry it took so long. I had lunch I had to do. This and else came up. There was a rocket launch I almost missed. I had to watch. And in the meanwhile, I was pre-sewing the puppet. So all that time and I had to wait for food to cook, and then dinner came, and well, now I'm finally going to show you. I did get pretty far on the puppet to show you how long it does take to make these things and tell you that things do come up in a day. So that's why I say it takes about 2 days to do one of these. Uh, and anyway, you gotta rest the fingers. I was sewing behind the scenes, and I'll show you how far I got. I'm making the puppet to show you how much work goes in it. Yeah. There's a lot of work yet to do. It's not done yet. She'll only get the sewing done tonight, and then tomorrow will be the assembly, right? Yep. The assembly will have to be tomorrow, but I'm going to start finishing off the sewing tonight. As you can see, I sewed the feet. I have the feet sewed. I have to turn them and stuff them. I make the feet first, sew them up, and then I have to stuff them, turn them and stuff them, and then sew them into the piece that's bottom for the body. So I'll show you how that's done. Actually, I'm going to show you where I'm up to right now on the build of the pup. I was doing some sewing offline. The thing is, I have to save time, and I figured I don't want to waste the time. I have to get another puppet done, and I'm trying to do it as fast as I can. So I just wanted to show you. I was about to get ready to sew the inner sleeve to go inside the head. That one I'm going to keep aside for now. Let me show you what I got so far. I sewed the hands and the middle part of the body together with its back. And I did the inside. I, of course, got the head where we left off with the eyebrows. This is the part where I showed you how I did. So I got that far done so far. I sewed the band of hair together. Here's the feet I was talking about. I sewed the feet up. I got to turn them and stuff them. I sewed the bottom portion of his body, where the feet attached to, after I stuff them. I studded the top of his hat with his brim and his vest. So I tacked the two corners. And of course, see, there's a lot of pieces you have to get done to make the thing. On here, what I had to do to finish up the hat, I got to put the band of hair going around like that. Now, I want to show you how to do the eyes. That's the hardest part. And then the feet. Now, to get the nose, see, this is the nose. I did the nose. And I did an eye. Oops. I did eye. I show you how it gets from this two circles. This is the nose circle and the eye circle. I'll show you how I get from this to this. Okay, let me get that part set up to do that, and I'll show you how I do that. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Love your work. How was that? I can't make. Hold on, I can't make your name out. Too far away to read. Fischel, Lasho. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, but shout goes out to you. Thank you for loving my work. I appreciate that. Let me show you how I wish I had an air conditioner. Now, instead of sweating to death, freezing to death. What's either too hot, too cold in here. Right now, it's too cold. I wish I could have the cold in the summer and the heat in the winter. Eh, they don't have no problem. Let's see. My scissor went. Scissor. What do you go, scissor? I can't. Anybody took the scissor? Here it is. Baby Yoda got it. Okay. Thread the needle. Like I say, this doll takes a whole day just to sew it up. I spent all day sewing this thing, cutting and sewing. In between, I took time to eat as I was doing, as I was cooking, I was sewing. I was checking out a few things I was sewing. I had to catch up. I didn't want to waste any time, so I had to sew because I gotta get it done. Now, here's how I do it: you get the eye. When you make an eye, like to make the eye like this into an eye, you have to glue that on. From the back side of the eye, I would get the needle and I'll do like a base stitch like that all around the whole circle. See what I'm doing? Let's go all around the circle. You see how it makes it curves in? See? See, and there you have. I went all the way around the circle like that, see? Let me give some polyfill. The little stuffings. Like this is big stuff. This is some stuff. This is the fluffy stuff. Big stuff is the big stuff. Yeah. You try and make it get. The secret is to after you stuff the stuff inside there, you pull the string. And you flatten it out. And you try to even off your eyes to try to make them the same size. But that's how I know. Whoops, it's bouncy. That's how I would measure it off. Make sure they match the same size, you see. And from the back of the eye, it would look kind of like that. I'll put my finger on there. Pause. And go through like that. And knot it so it stays the size you want it. And make sure it's the right size. See, even it off. And then what I did, so the stuffing don't come out, I put it on the face. So I would go and crisscross in the back of it very slightly. Just to keep the stuffing inside and keep the roundness. I would just go take a few of this like that. Go around like that. Well, this, hold it, make it stay. This will help keep the shape of the eye when I sew it onto the face so it doesn't Stuffing don't fall out as I'm sewing it on, and the stuffing will stick out. And we gave it like a backing and it keep its size and shape. So I'll just keep crisscrossing it until I'm satisfied to the roundness and the size. And then when it's done, just knot it away. And then you'll have your eyeball. Eyes are looking at eyes are looking at you. Haha. Now because Earl's eyes are close together, like that, his puppet's eyes are close. Some people, it depends on how your puppets are. Some puppets can make the eyes, some puppets you can make the eyes wide, some puppets you can make them close. Some puppets you can make eye up and down. Just right here, I'm just using my file to give you an idea. Depends on what kind of puppet you make and how you want your eyes. You can get a good expression. I'm gonna take the two eyes, being Earl's eyes, together, mostly like this, and I'm gonna just put like a stitch going through. I'm gonna kind of attach them slightly together. Like that. So you got two eyes together. Then I will knot it so it stays. I got my eyes. And I'll get the puppet head because I didn't close the back yet. So the reason why I didn't close the back yet is so I can center the face now. Like I say, whatever puppet you make, however you want it, you put the eyes close together. Some people, you can make, if you're not making Earl or any other puppet, some people would just make eyes like that. And not make it unibrow. Some people will probably make the eyes on top of the head without the unibrow. Some people will just move out of unibrow, or you could put one eye here, depends on what kind of puppet you're making. But Earl, of course, his eyes are in the center of his unibrow like that. So you have to kind of center it on. When I find the right spot, I would turn it from the back and stitch it in. That's what I'm going to do right now. Let's see. Hi, Dylan. How you doing? Hi again. How is the puppet girl? Well, doing great. I've been working a little bit offline. I'm putting on the eyes now. I was in the middle of cooking lunch, and then I had to get everything prepared for dinner. I had some things to do. There was a rocket launch. I almost missed the rocket launch. That rocket finally blasted off after a couple of months. A good thing I didn't miss it. I was going to go live, but I realized, I almost missed my rocket launch. So I had to go see my rocket launch. I'm a astronaut, space buff. As you can see behind me, my astronauts. I like rockets and blasting off. See, then I sew it from behind. I catch the eye and I sew it in. Some people use hot glue it on, but hot glue makes messy in the front. And it could probably most likely come off and get gooey. I was thinking about doing it, but it would show up funny. But it depends on how you want to make the eyes on whatever puppet you decide to make. I'm showing you how much work goes into making one of these puppets. By showing you how I'm making this, you could probably make your own. Like I say, there's a guy on YouTube called Puppeteers, and he shows you how to make puppets like this. Almost similar to this puppet, actually. This Earl puppet is like a basic Muppet type puppet. So anything that He has the features of Earl, which is a rocket fire explosion character, and because it's part of Aaron, I have to make it just for him, this one. But I can make a regular puppet without being Earl. It could be just a regular puppet pup. Basically, what it is. With a different outfit, just a plain body, different eyes, different, you know. He's actually generic type eyes too. More like the Muppets. When in 19, it's funny that the Sesame Street and the Muppets came out the same year. I was making the Apollo 13 cartoon. Well, it came out on my TV. I think it was out way before that, a couple years before that, but it was made known and popular when it went on PBS. Yeah, that's how I did that. I know it's part of his Unibug. It was a little longer one once, so maybe the shaggy. Sometimes you have Unibug doesn't get scented, so what I have to do is kind of do a little snipping. I made that side too long when I cut it out. That's what happened. I was like, I made a mistake, but now I didn't. That's because sometimes the fur makes it look long. Sometimes I gotta get my hair cut. There's Snoopy in there. That takes care of that. There you go. See, that looks better. And then I do the same thing to make the nose. I mean, the nose was the same circle kind. I did like that. Made this the eye. Now I have to center in the nose. But we finished tacking on this eye. Make sure the eyes are on good. See, nice and then I say, look, see. Let me get the nose. And his nose goes right there. Hello. See how the peaches make the whole puppet. Now I go back. I attach the nose. So from behind, center it out. And I catch it from the back. And I just sew it on. Make sure I'm attaching it in the right spot. Ow. Sometimes you get your fingers pinched. Yeah, I carefully do this. Now this, of course, there's no way you can do this on the machine. You gotta do this by hand, this part. You know the editing puppets that used to be on Sesame Street? It's basically like that pattern. Uh, their face. If you make different eyes and noses, you can use also ping pong balls too. Cut out half of ping pong balls to make eyes. You can make eyes when you make a puppet. You can make eyes out of anything. You use some people use spoons, plastic spoons for eyes. Ping pong balls, Christmas ornaments. Just glue on felt. It depends on what kind of eyes you want. But there goes a little space. You see how they come out? Oh, yeah, no, that is looking good. Yeah, yeah. Bleh, 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 bleh. That makes his face. Now I turn him back inside out. And I proceed with the back of his head. Have to close the back here, and then the center seam over here. And then I have his neck hole open when I do the body attachments. Okay, let me try my needle. Get some drink. Warm up my hand. Let me sew this part up. So what's going on, everybody? I see I got two people. Hi. Well, those my fingers are killing me. Sewing all day. Took a break to cook and eat my food. I wash the dishes and all that other good stuff. But it's like I'm doing a multitask. I think I have some more dishes I gotta wash. Like my dish that I ate out of. But at least I got the pots and pans done. Hey, I know it's late. It's about 11:30. I tried to get on this earlier, but you know, my rocket launch. I almost forgot. There's another one tomorrow morning going up at 11 o'clock in the morning. I have it written down what's at the time. Let's see. What's the next one? 11:28 a.m. in the morning is another rocket launch. SpaceX. So I gotta get that one blasted off too. I'll probably go on shortly after that rocket launch and show you the progress on the puppet. So I had to look on the computer time about the launch to see if it's going or if it's all scrubbed. One good thing about living in Florida right next to where the rockets go up, I just have to I look at the computer when it's time for the launch and just go outside in front of my door and see it. It's awesome. That rocket was beautiful. It was like a big star. Actually, the way it looked in the sky in the dark, it reminded me of the star of Bethlehem. The star that shined when Jesus was born. It actually looked like that. It was really beautiful. It was awesome. Oh, big rocket. It was nice when it goes up at nighttime. I like when the rockets. When I was a big guy, I was a Falcon Heavy, the lazy rocket. We used to call my neighbors when we went out. That was a rocket that was supposed to go up at nighttime, like 3 a.m. in the morning. One night I stood up, 4 a.m. in the morning, I stood up and let them go. That rocket got scrubbed so many times that my neighbors and I nicknamed it the lazy rocket or the lazy boy. I guess the lazy boy finally woke up. I think it was too cold waiting on the launch pad. So, you know what? It's getting cold out here. I want to get up where I can get warmed in that. I don't know. It's funny. Well, I got to pick personality to stuff. How about you? Do you put personality to stuff? Let's see. Nice job so far. Thank you. Marvelous. Marvelous? What's his name? Marvelous? Hmm. The computer's a distance from the reading, so it's hard to see certain words. I can't wear the other glasses that let me see it from a distance, because then I can't see what I'm doing over here. I mean, these glasses do this kind of work. It's like crazy. When you get older, the eyeballs are different. Uh, let's see. Whew. Yeah, it's getting there. I'll show you how this looks so far as soon as I get this part done. Almost done with the head and the mid body and that part together. I'm gonna probably upgrade this pattern in a way that I could have the hat sew into the head instead of making it separate. I'll have to figure it out. That way I could save a little more yellow plush that way and make more, maybe make extra parts for more puppets. Yeah. Every little bit counts, you know. That's just to set the seam in the head. See if I can the head out. The last stitch for the head. When I sew, you gotta keep pushing your fur in so you don't pinch your fuzzies. When it's shag toy, when it's a shaggy fur in the high pile, this fuzzy stuff, you really gotta make sure you keep the fur in. This low pile too, but that shaggy one is makes the shaggy one is more hard to work with. Did anybody see my new Biggie cartoon? Biggie 2020. Here's a journey. I was trying to get that Christmas video out. I need to get that for the 20th. I hope I get that too. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Just need a miracle. I tried this is acting up my fingers. Phalanges. Phalanges! I have phalanges to die. My phalanges. I exercise them. Ooh. Yeah. When they get cold, they do that. Oh. Hey. And my arms get tight. So don't. I go so much more keeping than this. The exercising. You gotta shake it out a little bit. See, I did this part of the body. I sewed offline. I had to do this, just the arms. I was sewing that. Then I sewed the legs. I'll show you how to do the legs. I got the legs sewed. And this bottom part that I got to put together after I turn them and stuff them. His belly. And part of it, excuse me, and part of his hat. And his hair that goes around the hat. And his vest. So that's what I got so far. Just to show you how long it takes to sew one of these. This is one toy I'm sewing. It was pre-cut already. Doesn't take count the cutting out the whole toy. I done that yesterday. It's to go day. No, I actually didn't do it yesterday. Yes, I sewed that one up. The one that's finished. So I could do the video to show what I'm making. I'm making this guy here. Oh, smell. That's me. Yep. She's making another one of me. This is the Clone Wars. Get it? Clone Wars? Yeah. Wink. Oops. I got some fuzzies. I gotta put this away. And I got the head. See? That makes the head. It looks like inside out. I'm inside out. There's no place to go. Bah. When you turn them, we got little head. See? Woo-hoo. Bring the head around. Hurry! This is the head. Oh, let's put it back inside out. We gotta work another step on it. And of course the body part is going here. After I sew the skin, that's an idea of let's go this way. Okay, you gotta put the body on. I'm gonna get this one. Okay, now the inside skin. check something out. I need to make an adjustment on the pad and I had a problem with the other one. Checking something out. Every time I make a new one or another one, I try to improve it better and better. That's usually what you do when you make more than one. You find a better routine. Sometimes something comes up and you do something better the first time. Sometimes when you're designing something, oh yeah. When I first was making the very first Earl puppet, the very first one, the prototype of this, you want to know what he looked like? This was the test one. This was dummy Earl. I made it out of scrap fabric and scrap parts. And when I made this, I said, you know what? This one's a little too small. And it doesn't look like him. But it's more like a regular Muppet puppet, see? And people know how to make the hair. No. This looks more like a, and we put a lot of stuffing in the head. It's not really stuffed. I took out the stuff. I had a little stuffing in it. I took it out because I needed it to stuff it on the puppet. Sometimes I put a plastic bag in there. It's better to put a plastic bag. I just put a little drop of scraps I had. Sometimes the fabric scraps, when I cut the fabric, I stuff it inside. Because this is just a prototype before I made the real one. I didn't want to see when you make something, you make it out of scrap fabric first to see if you like it. Then I took the pattern and I adjusted it. And of course, I tweaked it up and I made it into what it was supposed to look like. So sometimes you have to make something twice. This was the first one. Oh, I'm just a regular puppet, you see. But I don't look like Earl. Oh, you don't. I'm Earl. I'm just, I don't know what I am, but I'm, well, you want to call me Bob? I guess I'm Bob. Okay, Bob. I'm Earl. See, ain't it fun to puppet? Well, I guess that's the way it goes. Oh, wow. I look better now than I do here. Well, enough with the puppet goofy around. It's time to keep sewing some more. Yeah. Yes, she's got to get that puppet done. Well, see you later. I do puppet shows. It's fun. I always did puppet shows with the kids, I always like making kids laugh. But that goes to show you start out with a prototype until you keep tweaking it so you can make it look better. That's how you make puppets. So that's how to do it. It was not bad for the first try, but it was good enough for Aaron. I said, all right, that was good. That's the same thing when I was talking about the figment. I unstuffed it, but this was the original figment I made. His body was too big. It was wide on the bottom. But he came out pretty good considering. And yeah, he had horns on his head and all. This one here, I used the rubber, latex rubber on this one. I used a rubber face. See, this one has a rubber face. So, and I made the rest of the fabric. And of course, I had a sleeve inside this one, going all the way up to the neck, where I moved the head. I mean, it's not bad for a first try. It was big. It was too big to walk around with. It was getting heavy. When this thing was all stuffed up with the heavy plush, the cotton, the stuff, it got really heavy. And as I was walking around and all, so, but, I learned how I make it. So, I said, I got to make a better figment puppet. Then I was looking at puppeteers and I saw them on the thing and he made a figment puppet. And I saw he did. He sculptured out of clay first. And he put masking tape over the clay statue that he made with the clay, and he separated the pieces with the masking tape and made a pattern. And I did that, and I made a prototype first to test it out. The pattern worked. This was the prototype figment, not the one that I did the puppet show with before in the previous video. Before I used the good fabric, I used a cheaper fabric I had. And this prototype didn't come out bad. This was the first one I made. See, sometimes you gotta make something more than once. I had a few problems with this one, but I worked it out. But for the first try, it wasn't bad. It was much better than the other one. See? The only thing is that this fabric wasn't very quite pigment. His eyes came out over. See, I did his eyes the same way as I did the eyes like that. And then I put felt on the top, and I didn't like the way this came out, see? So I had to figure how you get the eyes to look, And then his cheeks were kind of, didn't look right. So I had to work on it. And this nose thing didn't look right. And so I got to make his look better. But this is cheap fabric, so I figured maybe that's why it didn't look right. And I noticed little separate pieces, the nose and all. But considering, it's not bad. And I glued on some fingernails and stuff. And came out pretty good. He had his tongue. High figment number 1. But the one that was on the other video was figment number 2. Yeah. Well, it's time to sew up some more puppets, right, Bosley? Yes, I know we're going to sew that puppet up. Yeah. Enough with the playing around. You gotta sew up those puppets. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna look at your movie. Give me that. Yeah, if you saw my movie, let me know. That's the new Big Stuff movie. Let me see if we can see it. It's online right now. A Hazy Journey. Biggie 2020, A Hazy Journey. Yeah, it is fun to see. Well, back to sewing. That was a little commercial. I just say it. So if you don't first succeed when you're making a puppet, try again. The more you work at it, the better it comes out. So don't be discouraged if your first one don't come out right. Just be determined to do it again. Always use scrap fabric first to see if you like the way it looks. You don't want to waste the expensive stuff. That's what I do. I always use something cheap first. See if it looks good, then I make a good one. So it's hard to find certain colors, and you don't want to ruin the good stuff. The guy on Puppeteers, he made the puppet different. He first made it out of rubber, and then he coated it with a purple fleece. I just made it like this with fabric, and it worked out just as good as stuffed it. See, I did the way I always made puppets. I'm making puppets for about 40 years, so no more than 50, 40 years. About 50 years. Yeah, I started making puppets 50. Actually, Sesame Street is what inspired. I started making puppets like this in Sesame Street. And I used to look at the Sesame Street, and I used to figure out how to make the head, and that's why when I designed this basic pattern, I know how to do it. I didn't have to do it on clay head. I did it by eye by looking at the Muppets on Sesame Street. I made also a Kermit the Frog puppet when I was a little 11-year-old kid. I had some green fabric and I made my own Kermit. I like frogs, so I had to make Kermit. I wish I still had the original Kermit I made. That was 50 years ago, so unfortunately that Kermit didn't last for 50 years. After you make a puppy, you play around with it, and it goes everywhere you go into. It kind of falls apart. It wasn't made. It was all. But I learned how to sew and make puppets way back then. That's what motivated me. The Sesame Street. I looked at the show just to see how the puppets were made, and I said I love to do shows like that myself with puppets, and I started doing a lot of puppet shows. And my church, I do puppet shows. Um, it's just a lot of fun. Puppets stuff for all ages. You see, it takes adults to make puppets. We design them. Puppets not just for kids. They're professional people make puppets all the time. You know what my favorite puppet kind of type puppet I like to try and make my Apollo 13 boys like that. Have any of you seen the Thunderbirds? Oh, yeah, some people write, and I didn't even realize. Love my work. How did you? How's the puppet? I'm reading your comments. How many of you saw Thunderbirds? Remember Thunderbirds? That was out in the '60s. That's when I was a little kid. I used to love that. I was fascinated. That's why I was fascinated with puppets and astronauts. It was kind of astronauty and spacey and airplanes and flying. I like flying. Let's see. Line. Line look. Hi, how am I doing? I'm doing fine. I'm doing nice. Thank you for telling me I have a nice job. Hi, Wormy, right? Let's see if I can see. Clayman, hi, Clayman. I like your clay characters too that you make. You do a good job. Uh, can you do more rocket fire explosion stuff? Yeah, when I get some money up, I got a large Billy Bob. That big, large Billy Bob, I was wanting to work on him. Actually, I bought the actual face mask from Aaron of the real original Billy Bob, and I'm going to put the original face on it. I'm trying to make my own mechanical Billy Bob, but fortunately, due to the money scam, I don't got no money to buy any more stuff. So again, I still gotta wait to collect some money, and so I have to make a lot of these orders and puppets to get my money up. So as soon as I get money to buy parts, I'll be working on a project, and I will be doing it live, step by step, as I'm working on it. It just has to be held back again for probably another year. Eventually, I'll get it done. This money is what stops me from getting things done. But now I've been busy to make the money, so and now I gotta fight between money and time. So, but it's okay. I don't mind. I like to be busy. Busy is best. Keep yourself busy. You stay young. That's what I say. You have to work. You don't work, you don't eat. They say, right? So that's why I didn't make. It's gonna be a while before I can make any more stuff. But I am making rocket fire stuff. By the way, this is rocket fire stuff. Erin is selling. I'm making oil puppets. That's what I'm doing right now. That's rocket fire stuff right here. Yeah, I'm Earl Smell. And Aaron is selling us online. So get your order from Aaron and Mosley Jubilee will make you one of me. That's what she's working on right now. She's got to fulfill an order, but this may be the last order I could get done before Christmas because Rosalie's got to get other things done too. Christmas is around the corner. She didn't think she was going to have all these puppets in order to make before Christmas. It just came about. Yep. Well, I'm trying to get these out. I'm working around the clock. That's why it's late. I probably won't get to bed till 1 o'clock before I finish showing this guy. I got to put some of him tomorrow. Now we're doing a video showing you all the steps, how long it takes to make one of these puppets. That's what I'm making right now. I am making rocket fire stuff, so yeah, I am making rocket fire explosion things. I also making little tiny spiders, those little Antioch spiders. Clayman, please. Yeah, I am gonna make it. Hey, do you sell? Do I sell what? Do I sell pours of my rocket fire masks? I can. You want the masks that make those small animatronics? Those little dolls that I showed you, the ones. Uh, wait a minute. The ones that I don't think you can see them. I got a lot of stuff in the house. Those ones that I have up there, I can't really get up and get things right now. I got to get this toy done. Oops, I just dropped the phone on the floor. The ones that I show online, I got tiny faces for the miniature, and I got big ones. I could sell you this face masks. Yes, I can. I could that I make. But the thing is that I have to sell them to Aaron because it's not my copyright. I gotta ask Aaron if I could do that, and he's got to tell me how much he wants for me to sell each one, how much commission, and then I'll make them and I'll tell you how much they cost. Because I gotta pay him copyright. That's what makes it expensive. So, but I can do it if Aaron says it's okay because it's not mine. You gotta remember again. Anything rocket fire explosion, Chunky Cheese. I don't even know. I don't know the people of Chunky Cheese, so I can't sell anything Chunky Cheese. I'm not. I have no connections to those people. I just have a connection to Aaron, rocket fire explosion, and it's the only one I have the contra. The one that he gave me permission to make stuff, but I have to give him his commission for each thing I sell on his copyright. And that's what jots the price up on things. I mean, I could sell you something for $25, but then he won't want $25, so the item becomes $50. So I don't know. So that's why the price goes up. Then there's shipping and handling and all that stuff. We split things down the middle, him and I. We do things 50-50. Rocket fire explosion stuff is like 50-50. But see, he makes more money than I do. I got to put out the material cost also. So I'm not making $50 on the item. I probably make $25 on the item. So it will take me $25 to make something. I sell it for $50. Then he gets half for me to give him that $25 for me, and he gets because the copyright's more expensive. He'll get like $50 for it or whatever. I don't know. It depends on what he wants for each thing. That's why the prices change. That's why it's because of that. That's the reason. But if it's my own item, if I was my own face mask from, let's say, my big stuff, cartoons, or embryo, or zygo, or any of my characters, then it would probably cost you half price, like either $50 or $25, depending on what size it is. Depends on what you want. It won't cost you like $100. The other way, it will cost you $100 each. So it depends. You understand what I'm talking about? Okay, now to make a puppet, you have to put an inside sleeve for the stuffing. And this is how you do this. I'm going to do this one a different way. The other way was like my fingers. Yeah. So the sleeve, like to this, it's like you got to have this bow of the sleeve that goes inside attached to that mount. I'll show you what I mean. That's how you do the inside sleeve. And we go around the mount with that. See anybody else? See, how can I do more? Me. Hey, do you pull your? You don't have to paint it or anything. Yeah. Well, I didn't mention the paint job. I'm just talking. I don't know. Well, you could paint it. Yeah. It'll be less if you know. It depends on what course. Awesome. Okay. I have to ask Aaron. If he says it's okay, I'll do it. But I can't do it without his permission, okay? Why, you want to build your own rocket fire? Which ones would you want? Do you want the size of the ones I make the dolls of this size, or the little baby ones? I got two sizes, and then I got bigger faces also. But I only have three of the characters that are bigger faces. I have Duke, Billy Bob, and who was the other one I made big? Looney Bird, Duke, Billy Bob, and I think I yeah, Duke and Looney Bird and Billy Bob. I have big faces. Yeah, that's the ones that have the larger heads. I was originally making them that size. Then I realized they were too big to make, so I wanted to make it. Then I started making them smaller. The only reason why I had three different molds, I started out with them, and I didn't like them that size because they were too much expense to. Because you had to use different heavier servos, and I was trying to cut the cost down. Took more fabric, and I decided to make a smaller faces, and that's what I did. So I got just those three bigger face. Which ones you want? If I make them, what characters you want them all? Only ones I have are all the characters is a tiny face and the medium size. Ones I go for the dolls up on the table. About this tall, about about that loud, about that big. The other ones are about that big, and then of course the little ones are about like that. Billy Bob was the other one I got another size and a little even tiny one, a little bit medium in between. Because I started out with making Billy Bob's. That was the main character. And that's the one I like the best. I like Billy Bob. Who's your favorite? The sway doll size? Okay, yeah, that's the size I set from the table to here. Yeah, yeah, okay. I see how much Aaron wants, and then I'll let you know when I give him this delivery. It'll take a while to make because I gotta order some latex. I don't have any more latex right now, and in the winter months it's hot. Sometimes I don't ship latex out in the winter time when it gets real cold. Where the factory makes it, because in the cold makes the latex freeze, and something goes wrong with it or something. They said because last time I tried to order it in the winter time last year, I couldn't get an order through. I don't know. I never heard of that before, but that's what they said. Uh, well, and I don't know. Since the coronavirus, I haven't uh, did anything much that went out anywhere. And finances are very hard right now. So it's like, I haven't really done much. I bet everybody's struggling too. It's not easy, I know. But I'll make them as soon as I can get some rubber in too. I have to get some rubber. Mm, I gotta get an extra $40 up to. It'll take because about $40 a gallon. But I think my order has to be $100 to make it the free shipping. If I don't do that, then it will cost me probably $50 or $60 for a gallon for the shipping and handling. I might order $100 worth of stuff to get the shipping free. So I need to get $100 up. That company, I like to have to buy some motors from that company also. The servos. And some motors I need to finish up my belly bob. Yawnies. Ooh, so I have fingers. Don't want to do it. Shoulders. Neck. Ah, Bob, what? What? Potter? Are you making Potter? No, I'm making a puppet. I don't know what you said on there. I can't see it from over here. I'm making an Earl puppet for Aaron to fulfill order. One of oh boy, I got a tangle. I hate. Don't you just love it when you sew something and the double thread triangles up on you? That's another thing I can't stand. I'm not this. I show you what I'm making. I'm making an Earl puppet. I got an order from Aaron to make a couple of these for some of his fans. I'm making another one right here. I'm doing this video to show you how long it takes to make one of these, how much work goes into it, so the customers know the reason why they have to wait. So I told hand sewn and handmade, and I'm just showing how I make my stuff. And I also like to take my time on making. I don't like rushing them. You know, you rush something, it don't look good. It don't get good quality. I don't like selling something to somebody that's not right. It's got to be right. They don't leave my house unless it's right. I like taking out these knots. That's one thing. Can't give it no knots, right? I don't like it not. Get it? Don't like it not. No nuts. No nuts in this one. Goodbye. Don't need the nuts. Tie it off and say adios. uh, I have ways to deal with that. Tie it up and cut it off. And throw it away. This piece was here. Oh, this is a little bigger than this piece. Yeah, there you go. I have it like that purpose, so this bigger. I'm talking to myself. I'm sorry. Sometimes when I'm making something, I talk to myself. Do you do that too when you're doing something? I guess sometimes you have to be your own best company, huh? I see. Do I use a sewing machine or is it? I do use a sewing machine. It's just that my sewing machine I had broke down. But when you're making a puppet like this part I'm doing right now, I have to do this part by hand, the inside sleeve, going around the mouth. So because you can't get a sewing machine in this. And when I sew on the eyes, or on a sewing machine, if I had a sewing machine, I'd be doing all these seams. It'll save time. Be doing all the big seams. But my sewing machine, she quit. I have a friend that's getting me one, so I'm very thankful. As soon as I get it, I can speed up my production. I say my fingers. But I still got to do, when it comes to puppets, I still got to do some of it by hand. Uh, Especially if it's got tiny parts to it, and especially with the animatronic ones too, when I make things like that. I have to do, but I'm not going to really sell any more animatronic things because they're too fragile. See, they're not made like the ones that you buy in a store that you can pick up and play around with. It's like if you grab them the wrong way, they fall apart. They were just like prototypes. I sold one of the dolls and like something the suede dolls that I made. I took them back because Aaron he picked them up the wrong way and they fell apart and didn't work anymore. So I can't sell those. They're too delicate. They may not. You saw if you look at my video how to make an animatronic. They only made out of little thin pieces of wood and popsicle sticks and soda bottles and cardboard and yeah, I use things I have around the house. Um, when you don't have much money to make things, but you want to make things, you got to make things. You got to make things with, and that's what I do. And it's too. It takes too much time. And I don't really get enough money for it. And I can't. It's. I when I get dry now, I cough. Hold on. But I'm figuring out another way to make it, which is more durable. If you look at one of my videos when I was doing Easy Robot, I made a revelation frog for my cartoon Quest for the King. And the frog was made all out of latex, the whole body and everything in the head. And it was in a mold, pulled it out of a mold. I can make them in molds and use latex and maybe that plastic polyresin. Uh, I'll be making them. No, I had to pour in a mold and paint them up and put the motors on them, and I could cut back the price so it costs. What makes it expensive is all the sewing, all those clothes, and all the fabric. Oh, what I had to go through to find fabric that matches the colors that I need. I have a house full of fabric, but sometimes I don't have the color I'm looking for. You can't make say Billy Bob have green fur. It's got to be brown fur, right? You can have a ton of plush. It can be all green, but brown is what you need. And you don't got that color, and they gotta go out and buy more. It's like So if I can make it with just pour it in a mold and paint it, I don't have to worry about that. And I can cut the price down a whole lot. I don't have to cut new pieces of fabric and sew it. I was thinking about figuring that out. Think about making small characters about little bit higher than this, but like the size they were. Let me show ones because I got the molds already for the faces. Uh, and they make it mostly all plastic and rubber. And I only have one swivel movement in each one, like a sway movement or a head movement or arm movement, depending on what they do. I'll see if I can do a faster production wise. The other thing that I made the stage show set, it took about 7-8 months to build the whole thing. Take over no more than that. Take about a year. Well, actually, a year from scratch. Yeah. Nah, it's too much work, and I don't get. It's not a lot of money I made on that, and it cost more than what I made, and it wasn't made right. So I don't want to make something that breaks. I don't want people to be disappointed. But if I make the other way, like I'm planning, it's more durable. It won't be as fragile. There'll be less chance to break. Probably have wood inside it too. And wood inside the leg area, understand. So I have a better base on it. So that'll stand up better. Something like wood, plastic, and latex I would use. I won't use cardboard and what else I used. Oh, popsicle sticks. I'll use, strong wood valves inside instead. So I'll figure it out. It's up to Aaron if he says it's okay to make that. If not, I have to stick with my own stuff. You know, if anybody wants anything, and if you want me to make it something original, I could make anything original. So, see the animated astronauts behind me? These guys, everybody likes them. I was thinking about doing rocket fire cutouts like that animated. If people like that idea, I'll just ask Aaron if I can have permission to use his characters to make things like that. Or say you want to make yourself animated, just send me a photograph of what you want me to make, and I'll bring it to life. As long as it's not a copyrighted thing. I don't want to get in trouble with copyright. Have to be something original. I don't want to make money out of people's things. Just like I don't want people taking my ideas and make money on my ideas. So I understand. That's why there's a thing called copyright to protect the rights of people who create the items. I mean, it's okay if somebody makes something for themselves, like I did with the Figment. I mean, I won't sell Figment because Figment's not mine. I don't have a contract to sell any on Disney's characters. If I make Baby Yoda dolls, I usually make them for myself. I can't sell that. It's not my. I can't. It's not my copyright. I just make it for me. See, that's how you put a skin inside a puppet. Just to let people know when you turn the puppet inside out. You have your inside skin, see, inside, which will be attached to inside the body, the neck area that goes like in there when it's stuffed. And you'll have the inner sleeve. Then you'll get your cardboard now. I'll have to glue that in. But I'll have to glue it in the other way. I shouldn't have turned it first. But I'm just trying to show you. I gotta turn it, glue it in later. Put it inside. I'm just demonstrating how you do it. And see how much work it takes. You have to make sure you center it. I'll probably tack it from inside first, and see, tack the two corners in here first, and glue it. I have to glue, tack it, and glue it inside. But I just put it in temporary to show you how that works. And then when you stop it up, and you get them out, see, you got the lining. Your stuffing goes between the lining, and then your lining goes around your neck, see? And that's where you put your hand in. And then you put your hand in here, and you can move your puppet until you stuff it out. Then it stuffs behind your neck, and then I sew it. So that's how that works. Now let's show you how to do the feet. I did the mid body. So we got a head and we got a body. Top on the body. Now let's get on to the feet. Let me show feet. I've sewn the feet up already. So what you have to do now is after you sew it, you gotta turn them. Put it inside out. Mm-hmm. This is hard on hands. Yeah, there we go. One footy. You gotta look for it. And turn that. Make sure you don't turn inside out. Check and make sure it's perfect. Make sure you got no holes in it. Make sure it's just right. Then you gotta put one. Now we got to put two. And we turn this one. Bullfrog. Oh, you call yourself bullfrog? I like bullfrogs. I like froggies. Hi, bullfrogs. Bullfrog, banjo, bangle, bullfrog. You must like frogs too, huh? Ribbit, ribbit. You like my. That's why I made those movies with the froggies. I like froggies. I'm trying to get this. Hello. What's behind me? Oh, you want to know what that is? I mean this. That's why Apollo 13 astronauts. That's who they are. That's my boys. That's the ones I make all the cartoons on. That's Jack Swaggart. That's Jim Lovell. And that's Fred Hayes. I made those. I animate pictures. I can animate people too. Anybody. They're my company. I keep me company. You like them? Apollo 13. They're the original Apollo 13. They're the ones I've been making cartoons on for 50 years. Yeah. I made those when I celebrated Apollo 13's 25th anniversary when I was in New York. Actually, I made them before that. I made them, I think, the year or two before. When I was working on the movie Apollo 13, The Legacy Lives On. I'm getting it ready for the 25th anniversary. Now, I did the feet, and then this is the bottom of the body. I have to stuff them first, and then put them in the bottom of the body and sew them on. So the bottom of the body onto the top of the body. I'll show you. That's the next step. Now I'm almost done with the sewing on this guy, and then the next video I'll be doing the put together because it's getting late, and if I do this part, I'm gonna have to get some sleep because I've been working all day on this thing. My hands are like, I may have not been on the video all day, but I've been sewing. So I had to eat in between. Then there was a rocket launch, and things I had to do. Had to take a break. So now we stuff it. Stuffing it. Gotta stuff the feeties. Bob's back. I'm getting on making let me see what I can't read what you're saying. Let me bring this computer closer so I can read you guys. Bob is back. I'm planning on making a pony plush soon. What's a pony? Like a horse pony? Plush soon out of fleece. And I'm going to hand. I wish I could read that. I did not see it. My eyes are kind of tight right now. Let's see what. I'm going to make a pony plush soon out of fleece. I am going to hand embroider the face. Oh, okay. Cool. I like that. You like horses, huh? Ponies? Keep up the good work. Oh, because I could going to show it on YouTube. So Bob, you're gonna make that let me see, you're gonna make the pony plush. I'll probably, I wish I could pronounce your name. August. The one who wants the face masks of the rocket fire explosion. You said you'd like to make a puppet doll. I've got dolls already made like that, and I was thinking about making puppets like that too. But the thing is, to get all those colors of plush is a problem. It's a rocket fire explosion. See, that's another thing too. When you're making something that's somebody else's copyright, hold on, I dropped something. You got to make sure you got the right colors too. Nah. Sometimes I can't find this. Everything is falling down over here. Stay there. It's hard to find. That's most of the hard part I have. It's hard to find fabric around here. See, I came from New York, and in New York, it was easy to find fabric because there were stores everywhere. Over here, I don't have my own transportation, and the fabric store I used to buy fabric in closed down. That was nearby where I lived. Over here, I was Hancock Fabric. They're not there anymore. And then Walmart never has anything I'm looking for. For the longest time, I'm looking for red and yellow striped fabric. Even the red and white striped fabric they used to have. I used to buy the red and white striped fabric and dyed it yellow when I had the red and yellow fabric. They didn't even sell the red and white stripes anymore, so I can't. I used to use that when I made the Billy Bob dolls. Now I have to buy yellow fabric and paint all those stripes by hand. It's ridiculous. It's hard to find the right fabrics. Sometimes I have to buy a fabric and dye it myself, the color I need. Yeah. Unless I make the characters with different outfits on, I guess I. He stepped up 1 foot. See, the 140. Nice foot. Pretty good foot. Get on the good foot. Everybody get on the good foot. Ding, 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 ding. I'm being silly. It's getting late and I'm getting dinky. It's 12:30. I've been doing this thing all day. So you guys, when you get a puppy from me, you can see a lot of love goes into making them. I work hard. I work hard for the money. Do, 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 do. I work hard for the money. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we all do, don't we? Plus, I have a cactus plant prickle on my finger here. It's hurting me to death. Oh, it's making the spiders and the antiox spiders too. I make. I got more oil. Yeah, yeah. I can't show you right now. I also do plush toys. If you give me draw me a picture what you like, draw make you, I can bring your drawings to life as plush characters also. Probably something, but I won't be starting that until maybe next year because I got to first get a post box that I can get the orders. But before I do that, I got to first get up some more money to be able to get a post box. Yeah, it's everything works like that. You gotta have this for that and that for this. You can't do anything unless you got that and this and the other thing. See, this is what I do. You have to stuff something. If it's stuffed and it don't feel right, I unstuff it until it feels right. I like the foot nut. Get the right shape. You have to make sure you get the shape the right way on the foot. It was like bumpy and it didn't look right. So I take it out and I restuff it. Because I want to give a good hand quality piece. I don't make it messy. Okay. Ooh. I almost lost my video. Stupid pop-ups that pop up in the middle of your screen in front of your face when you're trying to do something. Okay, there we go. See, now the foot's right. It feels right. It looks right. It is right. Ankles right. Yeah. Make sure it feels good. Yeah. Guess I'm on a good foot. Okay, this is for the nose of the other puppet. Now I have to what's the big deal? That's a skinny needle. Take the wrong needle. That's the good I had to make sure I got the right string. Oh. Mm-hmm. I'll make it easy. I put the needle on the thread so I don't lose it. Sometimes I hold the thread and I can easily thread the needles. So when you get the thread to the eye of the needle sometimes. There we go. Whoop, see? Hmm. I know it's when my eyes get tired, it's harder to. I just aim the thread at the right place. I can't see. My eyes are like tired. They don't want to see. I had to get the thread in the ear. I don't want to go to the needle. It's like I'm trying to show you the easy way to thread the needle, and it's not becoming an easy way to thread the needle. There we go. But that's the way I do it to make it easy. But at that time, I didn't want to be easy. I wanted to give me a hard time. Yeah. What could I do? Right. Get the bottom of his body. See, I get the bottom. I forget which one. This is the back, and that's the front. And it goes this way. And the foot has to face the front. And what I do, so I know I get enough heat goes into the slot there, I just turn it to make sure I got it the right way, which I do. I see that's sort of thin, and that's how they go in. See? So I go from here, and I sew the feet in. Mm-hmm. That sounds wonderful. What's behind me? What sounds wonderful? What's a neat trick? I'm trying to see what you mean. Are the guys behind me? I don't know. And I check to make sure I got the foot right. Yeah, I catch though. Sometimes I don't catch the end of the way. Okay. Okay, and I'll put the next foot in. Here you go, little Petey. There we go. Oh, the way I tread the needle. Okay. I had to look. I didn't realize you responded to what I said. I'm into my sewing. I'm sorry. I wish I could hear you guys. It'd be nicer. Okay, I gotta keep checking to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Bullfrog, what's behind me? Bullfrogs. I like your name, Bullfrog. I like froggies. That's my astronaut. That's Apollo 13. Apollo 13, Apollo 13, welcome home again. Apollo 13, Apollo 13, three tycho wearing man. Odyssey and Aquarius on the way to the moon. But Apollo 13, Apollo 13, had to come back home again. Because of an oxygen tank explosion. This messed up the lunar plan after using the lamb as life was the only chance. Oh, I got me stuck. I'm concentrating on the song. There's a song that I made up in 1994 for my 25th anniversary of Apollo 13, which was in 1995. I'm looking at the movie called Apollo 13 Legacy. I was going to put that one in there, but I didn't do it. I was trying to get somebody to sing the song for me, and I haven't got anybody to help me. I wish I had people to help me. I could maybe make them real good. But thanks to YouTube's library and a beautiful group called the Green Orbs. Again, I want to give you another shout out, Green Orbs. I wish you guys would write back to me and tell me how you like my movies I did with your songs. They're a group from the YouTube blending library of music that I could use with royalty-free music, and to help me make Apollo Team the musical. Well, look at that. We got a pair of legs. See the nice pair of pants that stand up by themselves. Look at that. He stands up. He stands up on my hand. Woohoo! She stands up. It stands up to the footy foot situation. Now to put the foots on the body. Yeah, I gotta put the foots on the body. The footy foots. So what I have to do is turn them inside out again. The bottom, this part here. And that's the front, because I did that so I know the front. So you make a piece like that. Then we gotta get the top part of the body. And I find my center on the red side. So this is where I get my front. And then I match that seam up with the front. Well, this is how I know I got the front. Then you got the feet facing. I matched that up with that. And then we sewed that one. And I stuff the feet inside to the head. So yeah, put the needle again. So, needle time. I had this needle put this up. That needle's too fat. Some needle, one needle is thin, one needle is fat. The fat one doesn't go to the fabric as easiest. The thin one does. I'm really good at it. Thank you. You're slowly coming together. Yep, he is. Can't stop it when you are in the zone, huh? You're not to be so that. Okay, yeah, I guess I am in the zone. Yeah, you're like in a different state of mind when you sew. You're thinking about things. You wind up in another world. uh, my eyes want to go to sleep. I just want to finish up this scene, this part, so I can go to bed. I can't wait to sleep. It's pretty late. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh boy. I've been sewing this thing all day. The only break I had was the rocket launch and dinner. In between, I did some of it when I wasn't online. So I had to catch up, make up the time. I took away from doing the rocket launch. I was working like in between that, so I was watching the rocket launch as I was getting ready to go, and then I had to go outside and watch it live. It's a good thing I remembered about that. I knew there was a rocket launch, but I wasn't sure what time it was later, and I was the right time when I stopped. It gave me enough time to get my food and everything ready. Okay, now put the rest of the body together. There we go. uh, He got his legs. He got his tummy. His hands. His thumbs. Gotta get his thumbs out. Dum dums. That's dum dum. See, it's dumb. It's dumb, isn't it? I know, being silly, ain't I? Had a dum dum. That hand. Yeah. And this is dum dum. There you go. And this is up here. And so his buddy, see? Uh, hey, here's my buddy. Here's my hair. We gotta put our hair on the body. And then we have it out. See? What? Now, before you do that, let me finish up his hat. Oh, he's got his jacket. His vest. So right now he's in a few pieces here. His vest, his hat, and his hair. Here. His wig, got a wig. And his head. Now, because I did the hat, like 4 pieces of like that. I'm gonna sew them together. This has his brim. I might turn it this way, make it fuzzy here too. Make sure the fuzz going down this way so the fuzz looks good. And find the center. Ouch, I get pinched. And the center where his brim is. And sew on his hair, not on the hat. Almost done. And tomorrow we'll do step 2, putting this guy together. Oh, come on tomorrow after the rocket launch. The rocket launch is scheduled tomorrow morning at 11:28 a.m. And it should go up, and I guess about 12 o'clock I should be on with the rest of how I put this together. If anything comes up, if I'm not on by, let's say, 1 o'clock tomorrow, I'll come on, let's say, Ethernet time, maybe 8, 9 o'clock at night in the evening. Depends on my schedule tomorrow. Sometimes I would say a schedule and then something comes up, and I try to keep it, but it, like I say, it's a busy, busy life. You never know what's going to happen. You go and you make a schedule. It's like a market launch. They say it's going to go up 11 something or other tomorrow, right? Sometimes it gets scrubbed. They got for another date. Well, we're hoping they no scrub again. I finally the other market went up last night tonight. I mean, yes, yeah. Nah, you know what it is? I'm getting tired. I'm not thinking straight. When you get overtired, don't you think funny? Let's see. I'm asking questions to see. The way you try to. Yeah. It's only come. Yeah, are you really good? You were really good. Okay with that. Uh, when I'm having fun. Yeah. Yeah. It's fun. Fun for me, but not fun for my fingers. Clayman. Hi, Clayman. Hi. He came back again. You make nice things out of clay too. I like your clay that you do. Uh, when I make something, like I make the animatronics and all my characters and my dolls, I had to make a clay face first too, and then I make a mold. Then I put a latex rubber in it. So I work with clay. I used to work ceramics too. Clay man, do you do ceramics with kiln and you make your own molds and pour the clay slip in the mold? That's what I used to be a ceramicist. I used to do in New York. I used to work. I used to run a ceramic studio. I really wish I had a kiln over here. I can make some nice, good, beautiful stuff. I love making molds and pouring them and painting them, and ceramics is fun. Especially when you make your original stuff. It's fun. Let's see if the hair we got them. You try to be here again tomorrow, okay? Before you. Okay. I'm hoping to be on after the rocket launch tomorrow. I also have to try to get this whole order out. I have another puppet I had to make too. Another one after this one. I'll probably start the other one, and I'll leave this one the way it is, so I can show you how it goes together, and start the other one. So when I do the video, I can show you how I finish it off, but not to waste time. Because of the rocket launches, I'm waiting for the rocket launch. I'll be start working on the other one. I'll show you how I put them together. Actually, I should say the puppets actually don't take 2 days. I realized the day I didn't count the day in for the cutting them out. It takes 2 days to put them together, and it takes a day to cut everything out. Because I cut out my shifters, I cut out more than one. And then sometimes fishing for the fabric and finding the fabric and laying it out on a mark. Sometimes you save fabric that way when you cut out more than one. You have to lay them out and see how many sets you can fit on a piece of fabric. If I just cut one out at a time, I'll waste fabric. When I get piece of fabric, and I make as many sets of the thing. A set is like how many parts you need for each doll of each color. Like with the head, you got 2 parts of the head. The neck, you got one. The arms, you got 2. And that's what a set is. Oh. I get fuzzies in my face. Okay. I guess I have all the parts I need. Time for my phalanges to take a break. My phalanges, my fingers. The finger tippy bony dingy majiggies. On the tips of your fingernail on your finger bones. You tip your finger. The phalanges. I can name it that. The phalanges. And my stiff neck and my stiff arms from sewing. Yeah. The long day. So now we got the hairdo and his hat. And it goes on top of his head when I stuff it. And that makes Hell's hat, see. And I have to glue the cardboard in the mouth, put the head onto the body, stuff him, put his jacket on, his vest on, and he'll be ready to go like the other one. So that's the work that goes into it. And I still got more to put them together. So And so that'll be done tomorrow. We'll put this Earl together tomorrow, and I'll show you how it goes. It goes to show you how much work goes into one of those puppets. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. And I'm glad all of you stood around with me. Let me see if I can get this center. Make it what a spacecraft. Woo, driving there. Blah, blah. Yeah, I'm getting a little I get lazy. When you get overtired, you get cuckoo. 2 hours and 1 minute and 54 seconds to do that part. Not to mention the other 3 hours I was in between as someone preparing the rest of it. So this toy took about, let me say, 4, 5, 6. It was about 8 hours sewing in this toy so far. Just the sewing part. Now you say how long it takes to put the rest of those parts together to make it look like a puppet. So tomorrow we'll put that to look like this. So with that, I'm going to look at if anybody wrote anything I don't want to overlook. Let's see. I'll try to be okay. Sewing is so relaxing. Thanks for showing us. Hooray. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah. Okay. My eyes are getting so tired I can't even see the words anymore. Blah, 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 blah. It's time to go to sleep, don't you think? It is 1:12. Yep. With that note, and a little bit of tang in a NASA cup with the Apollo 13 astronauts, as they say, it's time to have heads up. Yeah, yes, I'm being crazy right now. I'm not even thinking. But I'm going to have to say Roger and out very soon. Let me just get a little more tang. As a little embryo would say, I like tang. Yum. Let's see who that. Somebody wrote something. Good night. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go to bed. Yeah, good night. Get some good sleep. Yes, I'm going to get some good sleep right now. Yeah. Yeah, good night's sleep. Are these real people? Are you talking about this? Yes, they are the Apollo 13 astronauts. I animated the big pictures cut out, so I made them. And I animated. That's Jack Swaggart. That's Jim Lovell. And that's Fred Hazy. That's Hazy. It's my Apollo 13 boys. They're the ones that make the cartoons on. You like them? Yeah. Those are my young boys. Well, they're not young boys anymore. That's 50 years ago, though. How do their heads move? How do their heads move? Wow, they are way nice. Yeah, they move by the motor. I have them motorized. Each has a separate motor. It's on a pivot as it goes back and forth, and it brings the head back and forth. It's had a spec stick on it, so it's like bounces back and forth and sways. I can animate anything you like. I was thinking about doing things like that. You send me a photograph and I can bring it to life. I'm mostly Graziano. That's my name. Animation is my game. See, originally it was a picture from a Newsweek magazine like this of the astronauts, and I enlarged the pictures, the faces, and everything, and I painted the rest of the bodies. I can see now. See, does that the rest of it? I had to paint and add. See, I painted the rest of it. I enlarged the heads, and then I painted and I enlarged parts of it, and then I painted it up and put them together to animate them. It started out as a picture like this. I brought it to life. Thank you. Yeah, that's my Apollo 13 boys. This is from Newsweek magazine. This one here is the original one. That's the one I got when I was 11 years old. This is another one I got later on. I collected a couple pictures along the way. I have one as a full magazine that I found in a magazine place. Whenever I can find copies of them, I pick them up. I collect anything on Apollo 13. People give me things, and I make them. And it's my boys. It's the ones that make the cartoon on. Well, as Apollo 13 and I would say, or as they say at the end of the spacecraft, this is the crew of Apollo 13 saying, have a good wait. It's Paul, the crew of Paul. I can't remember the words. This is I said in the cartoon. This is the crew of Apollo 13 saying good night and have a good evening. And then he went Roger and out. That's what he said. It took me a while to me. I know it sound like I'm half asleep. I gotta go to bed. I'm not thinking straight, everybody. So glad you like everything. It's great to be back online again and doing things. If you haven't seen it, I made a new movie on Apollo 13 astronauts. Here they are. Those boys that are back there as cartoon. Celebrating the 50th year, I've been making cartoons on them. This movie is online. It's on my YouTube channel. It's called Biggie 2020: A Hazy Journey. It's a movie kind of taken off of. If anybody remembers the movie Fantastic Voyage from the 60s. Well, in 1970, when I made a cartoon of Apollo 13, I made this story as a based off that movie, kind of where Jim has his invention, shrinks big stuff down, and helps save Hayes from a cancer. But being today, this year, we had the other thing, which is the coronavirus. I updated the story. Instead of being cancer, it's this nasty coronavirus that Biggie has to save Hayes from. And it shows how viruses work and about the DNA and all, as you can see. And the antibodies, something happens. It's a very funny thing. He gets it, goes in a submarine, goes inside Hayes. It's a fun movie. Check it out. It's on my YouTube channel. I just finished that. Uploaded about a few days ago. So I've been working on November. I tell you, I made so many big stuff movies this year. It's the big stuff year. That's what kept me going. So check out my new movie. Let me know how you like it. Until tomorrow, this is RG Jubilee and the crew of Apollo 13 saying, God bless you. Have a good night. And Roger and out. See you around. Bye. Love you all, fans. God bless you all. Have a good night, all. Bye-bye. Roger and out. Okay.